Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, and putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Yeah, you pushing out that new agenda of it's all right for a man to get with a man and a woman to get with a woman. It's all right for a man to change their body into that of a woman, and a woman to change their body into that of a man. That's what you devils did. Go ahead.
Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. What profited the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it?
Yeah, that goes into something else. That goes into worshiping of idols, which that's what you do too. You have a program called the American Idol. Your national church is the Roman Catholic Church, which that's nothing but idol worship city. You know? Anyway, let's go from there to the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, and the first verse. And this ambassador, he was killed where? In Syria. You've been talking about putting your military in Syria, but you were looking for an opening. Well, your opening came on September 11th, 2012, when they killed one of your own. So you immediately sent forth, I believe it was 50 Marines, which is going to turn into 50,000 Marines, and 2 battleships. So that was your open door. Go ahead.
Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog.
Represent Russia.
The chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmet.
Did you hear that? Persia, right? That's Iran today. Ethiopia and Libya, because they're protesting and they're burning shit up in Libya right now. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry that ambassador that was killed was the U.S. ambassador for Libya, not Syria. All right, but Syria is not that far away from Libya. Go ahead.
It says
So it mentioned the word Libya. And it says that Gog and Magog is going to be a guard unto Libya and Persia and Ethiopia. The northern African nations and some of the Arab nations. Go ahead.
It says all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. And that's up there in Turkey, which, Syria.
Those surrounding areas. All right? Because they have troops down there in Sudan, which is not that far, which is in Africa. So those nations that were just read and the surrounding nations. Go ahead.
It says the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword.
Yeah, that's talking about the land of Israel, and it's talking about America. first and foremost the land of Israel, because the land of Israel is being protected by the U.S. through their aid. So I mean, we're in that time right now. Now let's go from there to the Apocrypha. You got your Apocrypha? Let's go to Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, starting from the 27th verse, and we're going to read down to about the 35th verse.
Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. And all they which hear them may fear, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians raging.
Those are the Persians, if you look it up, and those are which are known today as the Republic of Iran. Go ahead.
Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste.
They're going to join battle with the Arab nations, the Ishmaelites, the Midianites, and those mixed up Arab nations. Because Ishmaelite is not a Midianite. Ishmaelite is not Iranian, because the people of Iran stem from Elam. But they live in the same areas, and they're going to all come together because they see what this devil is doing. Go ahead.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then shall the dragon have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Behold, clouds from the east and the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great number of the stars upon the earth, even their own stars, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly.
Yeah, so this is all escalating to this great war, the war of Armageddon. All right? Now let's go from there to Psalms, the 73rd chapter, and the 16th verse.
This is the book of Psalms 73, verse 16. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. As a dream when one awaketh, so, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Thus my heart was grieved, and I was pricked in my reins. So foolish was I and ignorant,